A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
History happens here. The 5th annual Raycom Media Camellia Bowl is back. Get your game day tickets now with ticket packages starting at just $20. Get the ultimate tailgate experience, then enjoy the luxury of the Guardian ESPN Zone. Or see the game unfold from the sidelines at the Wind Creek Hospitality Field Suite. Get your tickets now at CameliaBowl.com. The Raycom Media Camellia Bowl kickoff is at 4:30 p.m. December 15th at Crampton Bowl in Montgomery. History happens here.
Forevermark Diamonds. Beautiful, rare, responsibly sourced. Available at Marguerite's Exquisite Jewelry.
At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we support our military. That's right, not a $1,000 sign-on bonus, but $1,200 sign-on bonus at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Thanks for your service. Thanks for your service. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we support our military.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
The one y'all are initially were looking at.
Good morning and welcome to Today in L.A. I'm Mike Amos, hoping that you're doing well. Mike Amos is calling in from Birmingham this morning. Good morning, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm actually still in Grayton Beach, so I'm down here.
Taking it easy, is that right?
Well, I've got a lot of things to clean up. Every time you come to the beach, it's a lot of fun until you got to leave and clean up before you come back the next time. I tell my wife all the time, I was like, why can't we just clean up when we get back next time? But she says we got to go ahead and do it today.
Well, that's good. Good
stuff. What a weekend for football. I'll tell you what, I've seen a lot of amazing weekends. The way it ended with that 7 overtime game between Texas A&M and LSU was pretty amazing day, to say the least.
If you would have walked into that stadium at game time, you would have sat there for 5 hours and 40 minutes. Can you believe that?
I mean, it just gets crazier and crazier. Now it's come out Damian Craig, the former Auburn quarterback, got fired from the LSU staff by Orgeron. He was on the staff of Les Miles, and Coach O decided not to keep him. Apparently, after that game, he starts challenging LSU coaches to fights.
Who? Damian Craig did?
Damian Craig did. And then Jimbo Fisher's nephew, who is a student manager, punches Steve Crackforth, the LSU offensive coach, who used to be the head coach at Louisville. But the sad situation with that is he has Parkinson's.
Yeah.
And also has a pacemaker, and he's 53 years old. He gets hit, and the next thing you know, one of the best players in LSU history, and also a great player for the New England Patriots, Kevin Falk, is an assistant coach and is fighting Jimbo Fisher's nephew after the game because he hit Crackforth. And it all started because of Damian Craig, who Coach Crackforth said after the game was challenging coaches, and all he did was tell Damian to get off the field, you won. And, I mean, just chaos happened after
where does Damian coach now? Where does Damian Craig coach now?
He coaches at Texas A&M for Jimbo.
Okay, I got you.
But just a crazy ending. Of course, Kevin Falk, somebody you do not want to mess with. If anybody remembers him at LSU, New England Patriots. You talking about a student manager messing with a grown man. But great day of football. Of course, unfortunately, Troy ran into a lot of, it seemed like bad calls up in Boone, North Carolina. 4 different calls were overturned by review in the first half. And Appalachian State got up 21-0 and basically kind of just did ball control and tried to run the clock and got Troy in a situation where they were uncomfortable with offense. It's struggled mightily the last 2 weeks. You know, you score 12 points against Texas State and 10 points against Appalachian State and have 230 yards of offense. You're not going to beat anybody.
No question about it. And, of course, all of this was due to a lot of injuries. And, in fact, how many starters missed the game Saturday, Mike?
I think overall there was at least 4 starters not in the game, if you count Caleb Barker.
And I thought it was 5.
You got your 2 fastest receivers not playing when Eford and you got Willis. And Willis is an All-American type.
Oh,
when Willis wasn't going to play, I knew Troy was going to be in trouble.
But see, they had to double both sides when Willis is there because 80's going to get double coverage and then Willis is going to get double coverage.
Yeah, now DeAndre Douglas did play, and give credit to him. He was hurt, and a lot of people didn't think he was going to play, and he was the star of the day. He had 70 yards receiving and 6 or 7 catches. He also had a big fumble earlier, and then Troy also, we didn't mention, faked a punt and would have had the ball at the 50-yard line. Brace Brown made the catch, and then he fumbled as well. So on a trick play. So just a tough day for Troy. Tough place to play. I think, you know, we talked about it down here, you know, if Barker stays healthy and our receivers stay healthy, there's no doubt we were the best team in the Sun Belt.
Yeah. Barker is an exceptional quarterback. Hopefully he can come back next year. What do you think?
You know, I think he'll come back. You know, and Sawyer Smith, don't get me wrong, you know, he lost that game to Liberty, which, you know, a lot of Troy fans nationally, nobody will ever understand how that happened. But he came back and he beat South Alabama. He came back and he beat Louisiana Lafayette, who is playing Appalachian State for the conference championship in Boone. Appalachian State's only a 19-point favorite.
Oh, really?
So that tells you what they think of Lafayette.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they beat Texas State, and, you know, he loses to Appalachian State. So
now, who won the Georgia Southern game? Yeah, somebody won the Georgia Southern game.
Yeah, Georgia Southern's already out of it. They already had 2 losses.
Yeah. But of course, you know, you lose.
Georgia Southern had 2 losses. Troy had no losses going into the game, and Appalachian State had 1 loss.
Yeah. Can you believe this? In the craziest thing in the world is going to happen Saturday. UAB is going to play Middle Tennessee State at Middle Tennessee State for the 2nd week in a row.
Yeah, that game was for home field advantage, and UAB just got destroyed.
Yeah, by Middle Tennessee. Now they're going to come back and play for the conference championship. Can you believe it?
That's happened before a few years ago out in the Pac-10 where Stanford had to play, I think, USC twice.
Yeah. Which is going to be...
That's happened before. You know, it's crazy. You know, Lafayette and Appalachian State have already played.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Troy really, I mean, I don't know if the Sun Belt will look at this again, but I know you got a Western Division and an Eastern Division, but Troy was far and away better than anybody on that Western Division.
Yeah, that's right.
History happens here. The 5th annual Raycom Media Camellia Bowl is back. Get your game day tickets now with ticket packages starting at just $20. Get the ultimate tailgate experience, then enjoy the luxury of the Guardian ESP.
You know, think about it. You know, Georgia, South Alabama's going to be better. You know, you would think that Monroe will be better. You know, and then of course Louisiana Lafayette will be better.
Well, I think Monroe loses their quarterback, and he's a really good player.
One of the problems, I don't know if Georgia State can recover. You know, that's a downtown school, Mike. Nobody. It's hard to get people excited about a downtown school. Yeah,
I went there not too long ago, going through Atlanta, heading to Athens, and you know that stadium that they, Turner Field, the old Braves baseball stadium, they turned into a football stadium. It looks really good. They got an impressive facility.
Yeah, I know.
I tell you what, they're really good in basketball.
You're right. Of course, it's a big.
They beat Georgia. They beat Georgia over the weekend by 25 points.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Boy.
Of course, we got to keep up with the Neil Brown watch, and if you're a Troy fan, it's not looking good. Cliff Kingsbury gets fired from Texas Tech yesterday.
And he used to coach.
Neil Brown used to be the offense coordinator there, and the top 2 candidates for the Texas Tech job are Seth Cottrell, the North Texas coach, who Troy beat in the bowl game last year, and Neil Brown of Troy. And then the North Carolina job comes open yesterday. This is all on ESPN, so this isn't me just running my mouth.
Yeah.
North Carolina job comes open yesterday. They fire Fedora, and the top two candidates for the North Carolina job are Mike Norvell of Memphis and Neil Brown of Troy.
Oh,
so
boy.
There's 2 jobs that are open right now.
Oh, no.
That Neil Brown's name's already linked to. And now the Texas Tech thing's more legit than them all because, you know, he was offense coordinator for Tommy Tuberville.
Yeah.
And then Troy's great offensive line coach, Matt Moore, was the offensive line coach for Mike Leach out there at Texas Tech even before Neil Brown got out there to be offensive coordinator. So there's a lot of connections on that Troy staff at Texas Tech.
No question about it, and it's something we've got to look at, and hopefully that's the case. Come on up here. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
History happens here. The 5th annual Raycom Media Camellia Bowl is back. Get your game day tickets now with ticket packages starting at just $20. Get the ultimate tailgate experience, then enjoy the luxury of a Guardian ESPN zone. Or see the game unfold from the sidelines at the Wind Creek Hospitality Field Suite. Get your tickets now at CameliaBowl.com. The Raycom Media Camellia Bowl kickoff is at 4:30 p.m. December 15th at Cramton Bowl in Montgomery. History happens here.
When you are handed the key to a new Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick or GMC, rev up your imagination. Think of all the places you can go in some of the most stylish, best quality cars available on the market today. Feel confident driving vehicles with superb dependability and safety ratings. And smile, you saved a ton of money because you bought at Bill Jackson. Let the only thing holding you back be the end of the road. A Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC vehicle will not only change your life, it saves you money like nowhere else.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we support our military. That's right, not a $1,000 sign-on bonus, but $1,200 sign-on bonus at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Thanks for your service. Thanks for your service. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we support our military.
How's your business going?
Good, good.
Back to our show, ladies and gentlemen, and Hoss Daddy is in the house, and of course, good to see you.
Good to see you,
Mike. We're here to talk Wiley Sanders Truck Lines, Troy, Alabama. If you're watching on Facebook, all you have to do is go out the door, and there one goes by. Is that right?
That's correct. Do you have a pet?
Yeah. Well, I don't. I used to.
You know, we found out that so many drivers have pets.
Yeah.
And we was having a problem, and I want to brag about something. Yeah. We was having a problem about where were they going to keep them when they come to Troy.
Yeah.
We built a kennel.
No.
Oh, wow.
Boy, you're addressing everything, aren't you?
Yeah, we built a kennel, so when you bring your little furry friend to town, just take him to the kennel.
Long as another one in the kennel is not a bad dog, you know.
No, we got stages. We got individuals. Yeah. We got individuals.
Isn't that great?
Yes, I thought that. Stephen Sanders did that.
Yeah.
Following right in his daddy's footsteps. I thought that was just, that took a lot of money, but the caring is the heart.
Yeah.
That really touched me.
It's important to the driver. It's important to Stephen and the company.
That's why I love to talk to you, Mike. You know what to say. That's right. Exactly right. That's exactly. I mean, these guys, they have their dogs with them 24/7.
Yeah.
And, when they come to Troy, they have no place to put them.
I can see those truckers out there walking the dog around the 18-wheeler.
Yeah. Those guys are real.
But when they're gone, what you're doing is saying that they're going to take care of them while they're gone. Is that right?
No. When you come to the yard, say if you do a service.
Yeah, that's right.
You got to have your oil change. Well, you can go in the driver's lounge. You can put your dog in the kennel. Got water there, got shade. It's just
I wonder what Mr. Wiley thinks about that. I hope he's watching this morning. And, of course, we're talking about Wiley Sanders Truck Lines in Troy, Alabama.
How can anybody sleep while the dog's working?
Huh?
How can they sleep with the dogs barking? Is it like a separate room? Don't y'all have beds and everything for the drivers too?
Yeah, the kennel is on the outside of the driver's lounge.
Yeah.
Oh, outside. Okay.
Yeah, it's outside of the driver's lounge. Matter of fact, Mike, if you come by the terminal, you can see it.
Yeah.
They took a little part of the parking lot. You got to give up something to have something. We give up part of our parking lot, and it's for us from the driver's lounge to your parking lot.
All right, let's say that it was
I got a great question for Hall Steady. What do y'all do on Thanksgiving when everybody wants to be with their family?
Get them home.
That's right,
So
man.
everybody's off the road, or y'all still have to have somebody driving, don't you?
Well, you're going to always have these volunteers. But your question is, do we force anybody to work? No. I'll tell you something else we do. And I talked to a driver yesterday, actually, just going to come with us. They've been out for almost 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And they're not looking to come home to Christmas. She's just going to tough it on out, but she's training. She said when she come home, she lives here in Troy.
Yeah.
She's just going to sign on us. But I said that to say this. Christmas, a week before Christmas, sometimes we start a week early. We're deadhead 700 miles to get a guy home.
Yeah.
We start deadheading home.
Deadhead
We don't take the deadhead
anything
means without no freight. In other words, if you're in Chicago and it's Monday, we're not going to take the chance, especially if we look at weather, if the weather's bad or whatever, you unload, we say, hey, come on to the house.
Yeah.
And you can do that when you're as large as we are. That's a great feature we have.
I'm looking in the Midwest.
If you're not home Christmas, it's because you didn't want to be home. How about that, Mike? That's what it is. I mean, I'm serious when I say that. Yes, sir?
I heard there's a blizzard today in the Midwest. I got a bunch of trucks out that way.
Oh, yeah. But we have a guy that does nothing, but I might want his job. Monitors that weather. I probably couldn't do the computer part. He monitors that weather, and he sent it to them satellites. Mm-hmm. So wherever you at when you wake up in the morning time, you already got a report of the
in
weather.
Troy, Alabama, it's been 47 degrees, and it's not getting any higher. It's going to get lower today.
Yeah.
The temperature, the high today, it's going to be around 50.
Yeah, and I got 2 commercials to do today. We're
Oh,
gonna
do
get
you
we're
really?
gonna get a little chilly today.
It's going to be a Christmas commercial.
We're gonna do a Christmas.
You'll be wearing a Santa hat.
I'll be wearing the Santa hat. We're gonna do the toy drive. I'm gonna talk about that this morning. We're gonna have all the little kids, some of the Mr. Sanders' grandkids, and some other kids, and they're gonna bring a toy.
Yeah.
We got a big 18-wheeler in front of Walt's Gym in between Trojan Detail.
You'll feel an 18-wheeler.
That's our goal.
Isn't that something?
This will be our 3rd year doing it, and Millie Johnson, she's the president of it. And, we take names and we call people and we try to fill the order to the best of our abilities. It's just really good.
So are these new gifts? You want like in the box stuff?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And whatever you bring, we take it and we call. And I tell this story every time I think about the Christmas drive. We had a lady call one year, and she said, "I just want some rattlers." She had a newborn baby. That's all she asked for.
Just something to shake.
Just something to shake for the baby to make some noise.
Yeah.
And I hope she's listening because I want you to call us this year. That's our special project, baby. When somebody's humble enough that they just want a little something.
Yeah.
You know, that's all God requires of us is a little something.
And that's something I didn't realize that he was doing. That they was, filling up a whole 18-wheeler.
This is our 3rd year doing it. About a week before Christmas, we actually deliver some of them. We go as far as to, and this is not only Wireless Sandals. This is people that work with the company that will take their personal pickup and get this address and say, okay, I got little Johnny. I'm carrying him his stuff.
Wouldn't that be wonderful?
And we just do it, and I take my truck and some of my guys at the car wash, and we just try to help.
Yeah. Of course, your car wash is located on
108 Montgomery Street.
And man, I tell you what, y'all.
And your Christmas present this year is a free car wash. I'm just
going
to tell you now.
Well, I appreciate it.
I'm gonna let the hat out the back. And I got some more. I got this full of news this morning. You asked me one time.
You got married. Whoa, he's wearing a ring. Something's happening. Ladies and gentlemen, tell us about it.
I just got married. I don't know what
this weekend.
No. October the 5th. God, please let that be the right day.
Yeah, you reckon she's watching this morning?
Yeah, this is our first time.
That's the real deal.
That's the real deal.
Is this your first marriage?
No.
You've been married before.
Yeah, but I'm still happy.
That is a beautiful ring now.
Yeah, I picked that up.
She borrowed the money from you to buy that ring?
I bought that.
Did you really?
I bought that.
Boy,
I told her I was going to get my own.
That is a beautiful ring, no question. And you excited about it?
I am.
Somebody told me she's old enough to be your youngest daughter.
No. She's old.
Okay.
She's
Well,
old.
Congratulations.
She knows you.
And you know something? I bet you was in the house of God yesterday, too, wasn't you?
Yes, sir. Yes,
You're
sir.
a man of great faith.
Yeah. He's been good to me.
You know, this time of year, it's time to think about people that don't have what we have, and what ways we can do to serve the Lord is the way we all look at it.
That's the way we all look at it. To whom too much is given, much is required. That's what this Christmas drive is about.
So how y'all doing on y'all's driver recruitment? Y'all bringing a bunch of new drivers?
Yeah, and I'm kind of doing a new deal, Mike. I'm glad you asked about that. Well, I'm going out and I worked out a deal with Trenum in Montgomery.
Yeah.
And these people, and I'm not talking about nobody, but I'm just telling the truth. These people that are sitting at the coffee shops with no job and trying not to get a job. I'm encouraging them to go up there to Trenum and get their CDL and come see me. They got all kind of programs that'll pay for this.
How long would it take to get the CDL?
Don't quote me, but I want to say 6 weeks. Don't quote me to that. But I want to say.
That's going to school 5 days a week or what?
Yeah, 5 days a week. But they also offer.
The course is held at night or at daytime?
Both. Trenum offers both because they got a lot of guys, and them the ones I try to get.
Sure.
That's got jobs, and they're just trying to embed their pay. They trying to embed their pay, so they go in there at night, and if a man is already working and trying to get another job, I want him.
Now, do you hire full-time drivers, or do you hire some part-time drivers?
Mike, you just know what to ask. We have started now. Well, you got a lot of people that are retired.
Yeah.
I got stuff you can go to Atlanta and back. You can go 1 day a week, or you can go 5 days a week.
You mean I got to drive a 18-wheeler through that?
I'm just saying.
Hey, Stephen, you don't expect me to drive that 18-wheeler in front of 19 million cars, do you? I'm joking.
I know. But we got a lot of local and part-time stuff. Sure. That the answer to your question. If you call me and you got a CDL, I can find you something to do. I can find you something to do.
Yeah. And
now, or if you call our safety department, they can find you something.
Yeah,
we can find you something to do.
Now with automatic transmission, you can really do it. Mike, I'm going to put you on hold here a second, if you don't mind. And we'll check who this is coming in here. Good morning. You're on Today in L.A. How you doing? Hoss Daddy's the guest. Hoss Daddy's on board.
Hey, Mike, I've got about 10 minutes because I'm coming back from the beach and I'm going to lose service. Y'all have a good weekend?
Yeah, we did. I looked for you at the Yellow House and didn't see you.
Well, I was in Fort Walton, actually. I'm coming back from Fort Walton.
Talking to Will Matthews from the Matthews Law Firm right here in Troy. And, of course, Hoss Daddy heads up the
At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we support our
team. Will, I know you're very familiar with Sanders Truck Lines.
Oh, yeah, they've gotten to be real big.
Real big. How many trucks on the road now?
About 750.
Right now, about 750 trucks on the road. And if you know some people in Ozark need a job, they're hiring right now.
Really?
Yes, sir. And, of course, now they've got trucks that you and I could drive, those automatic transmission
trucks. Oh, we do.
Yeah,
that's some nice trucks. We haven't put nobody on one of those automatics that wanted to get off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wondered all these years when they'd come up with that.
It's been out, Mr. Will, it's been out, I bet you, 10 years, but probably 15, but the last 5 years has really been popular. They had to get all the bugs out of it. Yeah. I wouldn't be afraid to say in the next 5 years, all our trucks will be automatic. We just having that much good service out of them.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, that's super.
You know that nightmare of being behind an 18-wheeler and he's upright going up a hill.
And him rolling back.
Whoa, yeah. Hoping that clutch is not going to give.
Mr. Weiland, when he used to train people, I think it's safe for me to tell the story. Every now and then he would give you a road test. Well, when he gave you a road test, the first place he carried you up 231 and go up 29 and get on 29 and go up that hill,
Yeah.
that little curve right here. There's a lot of them didn't make it no further than right there.
Burned out a mini a clutch, is that right?
There's a lot of them didn't make it no
exactly
further than right there.
Will, how did you do this week?
I think I did pretty well. I was proud of Vandy. They beat Tennessee 3 years in a row now.
Yeah, you're right. You're Vandy Commodores. And that guy right there, get at you, boy. I bet he could play if he wanted to.
And you know what? I don't know. I haven't seen what bowl they're going to yet. Have they come out with a bowl?
No, they're supposed to do it Sunday.
Sunday. Bowl Sunday.
You know, we're
next Sunday. All right.
We're concerned about where Troy goes. I've heard the name of the Cure Bowl possibly for Troy. It says, sure, you know, that's not the case. That's in Orlando, but I wouldn't mind going. Sounds like a pretty good place to me. Don't you think?
Well, what about this? I think I'm right when I say for the first time, Highland Home and Luverne going to head
Highland Home and Luverne, buddy. The Battle of Crenshaw County.
Ain't that something?
Man, I'm going to try my best to get those coaches together sometime. This guy has done wonders at Highland Home. Which one is it your alma mater?
Luverne, I went to Luverne a little bit, but I finished in Florida. But this is what I'm glad of. Look at the revenue that's going to bring. It's going to stay right here in their county, really.
Exactly right. Now, will the
we'll
game
get
be played
some
at
of it.
Luverne or Highland Home?
They're going to play at Highland Home. Now, that's what I don't understand.
That's
what I was about to say.
Whoa,
where are they going to park at? Where are they going to park? I want to go, but...
Yeah.
I'm just worried about parking. Guess I'll walk.
But hey, how about that restaurant? It don't matter. What's the name of that restaurant?
It don't matter. Yeah.
It don't matter. Hey, where y'all gonna eat before the game? It don't matter.
It don't matter.
What do you mean it don't matter? So we can go anywhere. Where you gonna eat before the game? It don't matter. The name of the restaurant is It Don't Matter.
Great food there.
I know.
You ever eat there?
I know it is really good. Mike, are you on or you still on, Will? Let's go to our phones. Good morning, you're on Today in L.A. How you doing? Hello.
Morning.
Yeah, Mike Amos calling in from down south. Is it cold down there? I heard it rained like gully washer last night. Is that right?
Oh, yeah, it rained a lot down here in Graydon especially.
Can I tell you something personal?
What's that?
And I hate to do it, but I want to do it because people out there need to know. I came very close to losing my life in a car wreck this weekend. My daughter and I had gone to the grocery store, and it was dark, and we were down at Graydon Beach, and we were riding down the road on what's the name of that highway, Mike? Going into coming off at 98.
98.
Yeah, 338 though, wasn't it? Or 383 something. And there comes a vehicle.
98. You were on the turn going into Graydon Beach.
Yeah, and there was a vehicle coming straight at us. My daughter was driving on the wrong side of the road.
Oh my God!
You know, it just got dark, and it was no way out, and it was raining and it was bad. But all we could see was headlights coming right at us in the other lane. They were already in the other lane, coming straight at us, and my daughter just unconsciously went off the side of the road and held it, never put her foot on the brake, and held it, and then came back out on the road. Looked like we were going to the other side of the road. Here I am. I'm watching everything from the passenger seat. She swerves back, and then she gains control, and she saved both of our lives. But what do you do in a case like that, Hallsteady?
Be like you are. Be prayed up.
Well, and
that's what happened. You're prayed up.
Well, she went off the road and she held it. She didn't put on brakes, or we probably would have spun off.
And a lot of people can't think to do that.
That's right.
A lot of people, you got a smart
and
daughter.
And the next day we went up
once
there.
you hit the brakes, you lose control of the vehicle.
Exactly.
It's hard to
same way with ice and
yeah.
But thank goodness we didn't hit anything when we went off the road. It was not anything like a tree or a telephone pole or
that was a blessing.
Or a mile marker.
But the other car just lost control? Or?
Yeah, just lost it. He never left that lane, to our knowledge. I mean, if we had not left the lane, left the road, we would have been dead today because they would have hit us straight on. And I don't know what else happened. We were just praying to God and thanking Him for giving us another day. And it was rough. But, you know, as a trucker, I'm sure your drivers have seen it all.
We have a lot of experiences. That's why I tell everybody, you know, the Bible teaches us, and I don't want to go religious here, but I have to say it teaches us that your life is like a vapor.
Yeah.
And we should all times be ready.
Exactly right.
And I hear you talking. I know you read it. I still can go back when we had the basketball team up there, and the preacher came up. I said, "Well, I didn't tell you this. I was gonna let him pray." You said, "I want him to. Come on up here.
Exactly.
I want him
That's
to."
right.
And
No
I knew
question
then where your heart stood.
No question about it. And of course, the Lord has given us another time and to do the things He wants us to do.
Yeah, He got something else for us to do all the time.
And, Mike Amos has had those experiences.
You told me about the accident when you come by and said, "That looks like my son's
That's
car."
Right. Exactly right. That'll tell you on it. Look, if that's your son, that's the tag of your son's car, and nothing but water over it.
Yeah.
You haven't liked driving in rain since, have you, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, that was 21 years ago.
But you still remember it, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people out there have hydroplaned. You just don't have any control. You just don't ever know where you're going to end up.
But the first thing you want to do is
I ended up in a drainage ditch full of water.
Yeah. First thing you want to do is put your foot on that brake, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
when I used to drive in snow and ice, I literally used to have my foot up off the gas, and I'd hold it up like this so I'd be conscious, don't push it down. So I would just take it off everything and just kind of manually hold it up. But you know, I learned something about that. And Mr. Wiley taught me this, and I'm going to share this with you. He used to say, "We've got plenty fuel, and we've got plenty of time. If you're tired of the conditions are bad, stop."
Yeah.
Stop. And I tell people this all the time. I've been living in Pike County almost 30-something years. I never left and come back and it was gone.
You're right.
Sometimes people just push to. We will not ask the driver. If a driver calls in and say, "Hey, it was foggy last night, I'm going to be late."
Yeah.
End of conversation.
Let me ask you this. Bright lights and dim lights. When nobody's coming, can you see better with bright lights or dim lights?
Dim lights.
All right, but now you can see a deer better with bright lights.
With bright lights. Well, let me tell you, these new vehicles they're making, I bet your truck does it too. Do you have people, when you're on them, flashing their bright lights?
Yeah.
I don't know whether our technology's got a little too advanced.
Because
on my pickup, I get flashed all the time, and I'm like, you know, my light's on dim, people.
That's right, yeah.
But some people, they may need to think about. Not no engineer.
Are y'all allowed, like, I mean, could y'all do y'all's own CDL training, or are y'all not allowed to?
I imagine you could go and get the necessary paperwork it would take to do it, but, I mean, we got a lot going on. We got 3 companies, and I don't think the boss want to take on that. I kind of mentioned it one time, and that's what made us.
I was just curious. I didn't know if that's something.
Well, if you did that, it seemed like that'd be a good recruiting tool too. You know,
it'd be a good recruiting tool, but it just adds on more. And, you know, we're working with Trenum now, and that's local.
They're really good.
And what I tell people is, and don't get me wrong, we want anybody from anywhere. You don't care if you're in New York or wherever. But if you're in this area, if you're within 100 miles of Wiley Sanders truck line, I can offer you a package that no other trucking company can offer you.
Yeah.
And that's a good selling pitch. When I go to a school, I can look you in the eye and I can tell you, I can have you home twice a week, and I can have you home every weekend.
You know, the thing that is going through hundreds of people's minds right now as we talk, can I park that big trailer in that big hole? You know, I mean, what I'm saying is not anything about going forward, but can I park that trailer at that?
You talking into a loading dock?
Yeah.
Power steering makes a heck of a difference.
Does it really? I mean,
power steering. I used to do it when we didn't have power steering. I'm not trying to brag, but you know, it's a simple concept. If you want the trailer to go left, turn the truck right.
Yeah.
The trailer go right, turn the truck left.
So
I mean, that
really,
sounds
it's
simple,
not near
but
as hard as it might seem.
it's not as hard as it might seem. And as of
all of you got your backup lights too, don't you?
No, you just got the big wide mirrors. But this is what you do, Mike. When you drivers they like it when they go to a place, because everybody on that loading dock, they're judging you by how you back up to this dock.
Yeah,
and you know that. And so drivers become, when they get real good at that, it's called first time. You want to hit it the first time. Years ago, I used to haul trailers back and forth to Henderson Black and Green.
Yeah.
And I used to go in there and I'd bet the guys a couple of dollars, or we'll bet lunch, that I'd have to hit it right on time. The first time I had to hit it the first time, don't I didn't get paid.
Yeah.
Well, I always would come to the right side. And they messed around and hired a guy there one time, and I was clipping the boys pretty good, and he told them, saying, y'all change up. Make him come from the other way. Make him come from the other way. You know, call it blind side.
But it's a lot different, drivers, and you potential drivers, and you high school kids that want a career one day and get the training through Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. But with that automatic transmission, you don't have to worry about releasing that clutch.
You don't have to worry about it.
It's just like that. That's why ladies and gentlemen, if the automatic transmission was not the way to go in driving any vehicle, everybody be doing it.
That's right. That's right.
No, I would say you could go over to this high school right here, and I would say only 20% or maybe 30% can drive a shift vehicle.
And those would be guys that just got farms, that dad is farm.
Mike Amos, can you drive a shift vehicle with a clutch?
Yeah, I did it for about 5 months one time.
I know it, but you had to learn how to drive it before you could get a job with a company. Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, I'll say this. I mean, I can understand, you know, back when I was growing up, a lot more people knew how to drive a stick, but probably with this generation, I'd say less than, you said 30%, I'd say less than 10% know how to drive one.
Yeah, I would say that.
Most of them live on a farm, don't they?
You know, we gave it, when we first got our first automatics, I want to say it was 5 or 6 we got, and we gave it to the guys been there 10, 15, 20 years. And we had to actually promise those guys, okay, take your stuff out your truck. We're going to leave your truck here until you get back.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, you don't have to keep it. But we need you to do it because you got more experience than them.
Exactly.
Nobody bought that truck back.
They
called in within a couple of days. Say, hey, you can send my truck on, or either take the rest of my stuff, because some of them wouldn't even take all their stuff out. They said, I know I ain't going to do this. I know I ain't going to drive
that's
it.
Going to cost Sanders a lot of money, though, if they shift over, won't it? Because of, I mean...
They just weed them out. Just weed them out when it come time to replace.
How many miles? Over 1 million or 2 million?
Oh, about 2 million.
Right now, those 750 vehicles that are riding down the road with Wiley Sanders on the back of their vehicle, how many of them have well over 1 million miles?
A lot of them. A lot of them. But let me tell you what we do, and people around this area call us. We service our trucks so good, and we take such good care of them. These logging companies, they want a Wiley Sanders truck.
Those logging companies.
Because they know that truck has been taken care of.
Yeah, sure.
And they buy them. We have no trouble getting rid of our trucks. I mean, we have people actually call. I get stopped all the time. Y'all got any trucks for sale?
Yeah.
And let me say that while I'm doing this. The person who sells our trucks is Hunter Moats. I can't help you.
Hunter Moats.
You got to see Hunter Moats.
And most of them got plenty of mileage left on them, don't they?
And they got plenty of mileage left on them. Hunter's in charge of that whole deal. Yeah. I'm trying to get out of that, Mike.
How many trailers, I don't know if you can answer this question or not, or should you answer this question. How many empty trailers are on the lot right now?
Oh, man, I'd be scared to say. I think we got 10 trailers per truck.
Yeah.
What we try to do is we have a lot of places that we go. That's another great reason to drive for Wiley Sanders Truck Line. We got a lot of places that we go. You pull in there, hand them the bills. They hand you another set of bills. You drop that trailer, hook to another trailer. Yeah. People that know about trucking know that's fast.
Yeah.
As I say on one of the commercials, that wheel rolls, you
sure.
get paid.
I thought that's very good commercial.
I mean, we
Do
don't.
most of the trucks now have like satellite radio? I know there are several people probably wanting to listen to that Auburn Alabama game. When
Oh,
they're on the
yeah,
road,
we got-
6:30 to 5:30.
Mike, I promise you, if it's out there, if it's technology for a truck, we have it.
Exactly.
I mean, we have just the latest stuff, and every time something comes out, if it's good, especially if it'll help the driver, if it'll make his job more comfortable.
Yeah.
The driver, people don't realize it. We realize it, and we step a step forward. The driver is the most important thing of your trucking company.
Sure.
He's
Without
the
him,
key
you
to
know,
it. He's the key
right,
to
yeah.
it.
Coach Jeffrey Bennett, alias the Hoss Daddy, been carrying that name Hoss Daddy for how many years?
All my life.
And,
When I was in school.
does the Lord know you as Jeffrey Bennett or Hoss Daddy or both?
I'm gonna tell you what an old lady told me in church one time. I told her, I said, pray for me. She said, you pray for me, son, but call my whole name.
Exactly right.
She said, call her whole
Well,
name.
so right now they're hiring drivers at Sanders Truck Lines in Troy, Alabama, and of course right here the holiday season. Heck, y'all be busier than ever, won't you?
We'll be busy, and a lot of people change jobs during the holiday. I always make a commercial right here at the holidays telling you why you're here and you know, family time and show you what we offer. We offer some good family time. You got truck drivers, just because he's a truck driver, he still, as you say, he still got little Johnny on the softball team. He's got little Katie as a cheerleader.
That's right.
And you know, and he wants to go to church on Sunday.
That's right.
I can offer you those things.
Yeah.
With honesty, I ain't got to lie to you.
Yeah.
I can just tell you, we got two plants that produce a product. One is the lead, one is the plastic. So we got freight. We got our own freight right here at home. We
Yeah.
haul all of Endless Black and Green.
Yeah.
We got the peanut factory.
Sure.
You know, it's a lot of freight in Troy. This town, people don't realize it, but we booming in Troy.
That's
I'm
right.
proud.
We really
That's
are.
why I wanted that Sunbelt so bad. I was really pulling for it.
Well, of course, Jeffrey Bennett, House Daddy, is with us today, and he wants you. Look at that. Look, do that. You. And, of course, he's not Uncle Sam, but he's a lot like Uncle Sam. He's going to give you an opportunity to go to work with one of the top trucking companies in the world.
That is correct.
No question about it.
That's correct.
And one thing, if I know anything about Wiley, and if Mr. Wiley, if he's watching today, of course, I've known him all my life. You know, I was a little boy, and we used to play football two front yards from where he lives. But I've always known who Wiley Sanders was, and of course, he's become one of the most successful business people in the world. Everybody says the world. Well, that's the truth. And he did it from Orange Street in Troy, Alabama, where he was raised, and was raised by two great parents, and his mom and his daddy, and of course she was a long-time school teacher. And I remember when Wiley Sanders was hauling peanuts, and of course he'd been hauling batteries, but he pecans. He was hauling pecans. I'm sure he hauled peanuts too, but mostly pecans. And he was in that business, and then of course. It got bigger and bigger and bigger, and look where he is today.
Oh, yeah. And look at the jobs that he puts in the Pike County area. I mean, we got a lot of plants. We put a lot of people to work. And the best thing about that is you can grow there. And the retirement, you think if a person is putting 4% of your gross pay into your retirement, I'll take that.
Yeah. Now you're getting paid twice a month. Is that right? Pretty much, or y'all get paid once
every
a week.
Friday.
Every Friday. But now, do they take it from that just out of one check out of the month, or
every Friday when you get paid, your gross pay 4% goes in your 401k.
Oh man.
They match it up to 4%.
Yeah,
whatever you put in there, they're gonna put 4% in it.
Yeah. Now you can put more in there if you want to, but they're gonna match 4%.
4%.
Which is unreal over a period of time.
If you count like I count, 4 plus 4 is 8. So if I put 4 and he matches, he's doing the same thing for me that I'm doing for myself.
Plus, one of the most important things in this world, for a family man especially, but for any working man, is insurance.
401k, Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Blue Cross Blue Shield, and that's the top insurance company in the world.
It is. You know, they make a little joke about that. They say if you go to the hospital and you ain't got insurance, borrow somebody's Blue Shield card.
All right, this is another important question because a lot of people be asking this question. When does that insurance actually drop in? I mean, like
30 days.
30 days, which is very reasonable.
That's very reasonable.
Because you couldn't afford to do it. You
want
to know.
Some companies wait 90 days.
Yeah.
But you know, with the insurance and all the benefits we got, it's just, again, I have to brag on Pike County. Who would have thought in 2018 that a truck driver could make and be lazy? I use this figure. This is my lazy figure. Could be lazy and make $80,000 a year.
Be lazy and very realistically make $100,000.
If he works real hard.
6 figures.
And so you think about that, and you put all that together. And you think, this is right here in Troy, Alabama. Now, do I want to go up here to the Beeline and drink coffee all day, or do I want to go to Trenton to the school and learn how to drive a truck?
Another thing, you have workman's comp. Is that right?
Yeah.
Explain how that works.
I said, if you get hurt, we take care of you. You know, we pray that you don't get hurt. We try to do things safety and right. You know, OSHA watches big companies like us, so we do it straight by the book. And that's another thing. On our logging, they got so technology now, that thing will beep and let you know hours before it's time for you to take a break. It'll just give you a beep. And no forced dispatch. And when I say forced dispatch, if your dispatcher, and I'm going to use a name everybody knows, if Robin Sullivan tells you to be in North Carolina in the morning and you say, Mr. Sullivan, you actually be typing to each other. I don't have the hours, I don't have. He should know this because the dispatcher knows. Yeah. But sometimes mistakes happen. You say, I don't have the hours. He's either going to tell you go as far as you can, or we're going to put somebody else on.
Yeah.
But he's not going to say, well, don't worry about it, go ahead.
Yeah.
We're not going to do that.
Yeah.
We're not going to do it because we want to drive out there safe. Your grandchildren out there, my children out there, you and your daughter. And it's just a safety thing. It's just safety.
Now, with Christmas coming up, everybody wants to be home for Christmas, but, you know, there are drivers that will stay on the road during Christmas.
And if you want to be home, and I can honestly, that's why I tell people I love working for my company because the things I say is true. I live there with it. If you want to be home for Christmas, we're going to get you home.
Yeah.
And we're not above. I heard Mike, your son, was talking about the weather. If the roads are not at the condition, we'll put you in the air. You're going to be home. If you work for Wireless Sandals Truck Line, you're going to be home for Christmas.
Wait a minute. You would fly them home?
If we need to get you home. Something happened upon our fault.
Yeah.
Let me make this clear now.
Exactly.
Don't you get there 2 days late.
Yeah,
don't get there 2 days late.
Exactly.
But if you did everything that you were supposed to do and it just didn't work out, you're not going to miss little Johnny's Christmas morning.
Isn't that amazing?
You're not going to miss his Christmas
Family owned and operated for so many years. And, of course, the Sanders Group and the Sanders companies and Wiley Sanders Truck Lines want you to become part of their team. And, of course, a great opportunity with great benefits for someone that wants to work and make a good living.
And don't forget about your little fuzzy friend. We got him a little hotel.
Oh, yeah, now they've got a dog, animal hotel for dogs now. How about cats or just dogs?
I guess you can put one in there.
Yeah, of course, everybody's excited. Now, what did y'all do on Thanksgiving? Did y'all have anything going on?
We didn't do nothing. We just sit at home, and I know I checked on everybody I got home that wanted to be home, and just thank God that we were still living.
Is that right?
You know, you get to a certain age like me and you, Mike, and we just wake up every morning and say, thank you, God, for another day, and thank you for a job.
Something I want to ask. All right, you go to trucking school, you get your trucking degree or certificate. How long do you have to, will it just be your certificate and your license to drive a truck for years to come, or do you have to go in and at different intervals and have updates?
You have to have an update, but the main thing with us is when you come out of the school, we've just found out that the schools do a good job. I'm not down in no school, but it's nothing like the on-the-road experience. You can't replace that in school. And we try to give our guys 10 weeks. That's a little long, and a lot of companies go 6 weeks. But you know my boss, man.
Yeah.
He want it right when you go out down the road.
That's right.
So our orientation is a little long. It's 10 weeks, and I
But
used
you're
to be
being paid, though, aren't you?
You're being paid.
See, that's another thing. People
And a lot of, I'm glad you mentioned that, Mike. You always know how to lead me. When you go to some of these companies, and I won't call a company name, but some of them I've checked it. Some get $250 a week. Some get $500 a week. You can't live off that. You with us, you get paid by the mile. You get the same miles that you and your trainer run.
Oh, man.
You don't make the same thing you make a mile, but I can tell you this. I have guys that call me and thank me and say, man, I'm making good money. And I don't want to get into that, but they've
got to make a living, you know.
And they're making good money,
you
know, because they're getting paid for every mile that they turn.
Yeah.
And the trainer, the trainer's making real good money because his pay don't actually change. Yeah. And it's just a good deal all the way around.
Yeah, sure.
Because if that guy's training for you for 10 weeks and you're paying him good, it makes him more relaxed about, okay, I got 10 weeks to do this. But what is 10 weeks?
Yeah, exactly.
You have to put it in this term. What is 10 weeks for $80,000 a year salary?
No question about it. And an opportunity for our career with Sanders Truck Lines, and of course we appreciate
somebody that's not going nowhere. I mean, we're not going nowhere.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, the house daddy, Jeffrey Bennett, is there waiting to get your call at what number?
334-372-5049. Or you can call our Wireless Sandals Truck Lines at 1-800-392-1530.
And, of course, they're ready to talk to you about a
today.
Career today with Wiley Sanders Truck Lines of Troy, Alabama, one of the largest and probably the best organized trucking company in the world. Is that right?
Own freight. We got our own freight. I harp on that. We got our own freight. And, Mike, if you don't sit, you make money. Everybody in trucking know what I mean when I say that. If you don't sit, you make money.
So
you got the roll. The tires have got the turn.
Wherever wheels are rolling, the name you hear the most, the name you hear is
Wiley Sanders Truck Line.
Wiley Sanders, where the rubber meets the road. Appreciate you coming on, my good friend.
Hey, I enjoyed it.
And, of course, alias Hoss Daddy is ready to talk to you at that phone number one more time to get directly to you.
334-372-5049. Call me today.
372-5049. 372-5049. And we're dealing. Is that right?
That is correct.
We'll be back to more of Today in L.A. after this. Thank you, Hoss Daddy.
Thank you.
All right, Mike, you still on?
We ain't even talked about the Auburn-Alabama game yet.
I know. We're going to right now.
And I'm going to get out of here. It's 8 o'clock. We're going to do a commercial this morning with that dog killer.
Oh, okay.
He's over there. Yeah, that's going to be good. Yeah, let me Michael, good to talk to you. Good to talk to you too, Mike.
Yeah, man. Good talking to you.
Yeah, we're going to.
Do you have anybody?
Did you get worried when you was watching that game? I predicted that.
My son got real worried.
I said they won't score the second half. Alabama was just trying to do too much.
Yeah. They wouldn't have scored if he wouldn't have pulled the guy. Yeah. He grabbed Alabama's defensive back and pulled him off.
What did he do?
Last touchdown. You didn't see him pull the Alabama defensive back?
He pulled him back.
He pushed off.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But they were letting them play. That was a good game.
What do you mean?
I sold my tickets for that game. I can't believe I did, but I was down at the beach, so it's hard to get on the road and go back.
Thank you so much, my friend.
The Georgia-Alabama line's 10.
Oh, is it?
Do you think that'll be a close game, Mike?
I think Georgia's pretty good. But will our defense eat them up? Hey, Auburn showed some good opportunities to run the ball against them.
We'll see. That's going to be a good one. I'm going to be watching it.
It's going to be a good one.
Good to see you, Mike.
Take care, friend.
You got the schedule for today? We're going to be real busy.
8:30, 11, and 3.
That's it. And I'm buying you a
We need to recap high school.
Yeah, do. I need to.
Remember, Luverne won, Highland Home won, Pike County got beat.
How bad Pike County get beat?
2 points.
Huh.
They got beat 12-10 by Flomaton. That was in Brundage.
What? Yeah.
I'm going to have to go inside here. I got about 10 minutes I can give you. I got to go inside. We're trying to pack up and get on the road.
Oh, okay.
Please want me to help her.
All right, good. Let's touch base on.
Let's go talk about Alabama Auburn. Then we'll go to the high school, and then I'll probably have to get off.
All right, good.
At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we support our military. That's right, not a $1,000 sign-on bonus, but $1,200 sign-on bonus at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Thanks for your service. Thanks for your service. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we support our military.
Have you seen an increase in your insurance premiums or significant change in your insurance coverage? Let Sandbeck Insurance offer you a better plan to suit your business or personal needs. Sandbeck Insurance offers many lines of insurance, whether it's home, farm, or auto insurance, work comp, business, or health and life policies. Sandbeck is here for you. Call or visit our Troy, Enterprise, or Andalusia office today. Sandbeck Insurance, where we take pride in taking care of your insurance needs.
History happens here. The 5th annual Raycom Media Camellia Bowl is back. Get your game day tickets now with ticket packages starting at just $20. Get the ultimate tailgate experience, then enjoy the luxury of the Guardian ESPN Zone. Or see the game unfold from the sidelines at the Wind Creek Hospitality Field Suite. Get your tickets now at CameliaBowl.com. The Raycom Media Camellia Bowl kickoff is at 4:30 p.m. December 15th at Crampton Bowl in Montgomery. History happens here.
At Cost Plus 10%, we offer your favorite brands at the best price. At Piggly Wiggly, we keep it simple. We price our products at cost, then add 10% at checkout. We carry all your favorite name brand foods, and we accept manufacturer coupons. Find us on Facebook and see our weekly special.
Oh, God, man. I don't know who took over that job. You know, they fired the coach.
Back to our show, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank our good friend Jeffrey Bennett, Hoss Daddy, for being on our show. Remember, Sanders Truck Lines of Troy, Alabama wants you to come drive for them and to get and receive all the amenities that the truck industry can provide right here from Troy, Alabama. One of the great trucking companies of all time is located in Troy, Alabama. That's Sanders Truck Lines of Troy, Alabama. Call them, ladies and gentlemen. They're dealing. And they're dealing right now with a great job opportunity and career opportunity that very few trucking companies can provide. Call this number, 372-5049. 372-5049. And you've got a career opportunity that is waiting for you at Sanders Truck Lines in Troy, Alabama.
Of course, we haven't talked about the Iron Bowl. Alabama wins 52-21. Tua Tagovailoa had 325 yards passing, 5 touchdowns, and he ran another touchdown. So he had 6 touchdowns. He broke the Alabama single-season touchdown record that A.J. McCarron had in that game. So Tua continues to march on for his Heisman Trophy, it looks like, and Auburn played him tough for a half, but after that, Alabama pretty much dominated the second half, and now Alabama's got to get ready for a really tough Georgia team who blew out Georgia Tech here in Atlanta. That game will be at 3 o'clock this coming Saturday, so Alabama's still got a lot of work to do just to get to the playoffs.
You know, Auburn backed their safeties up, so Alabama would have a hard time throwing deep. But that's end up, though, what they did, they threw underneath, and those very fast Alabama receivers just ran by them, didn't they?
Well, no, Alabama hit some deep shots in the second half. Everything changed. They hit Judy on a deep bomb. Then they hit, Smith, caught another long pass, and then Ruggs was just all over the place.
All right, Judy.
Get out of Robert E. Lee.
Judy, Ruggs. Tell us some more Alabama receivers.
You got Smith, who caught the touchdown to beat Georgia last year, and then the star in the makings, the Waddle kid out of Houston, Texas, number 17, who's the punt returner. He caught a 53-yard touchdown pass.
He is real fast, isn't he? Isn't he real fast?
Outran everybody for the touchdown.
All right, who else at receiver?
Well, you got the best tight end in the country, Herb Smith, number 82.
Smith, the tight end. Is this the best receiving core Alabama's ever put on the field?
It's It's not even close. Yeah, definitely the best I've ever seen.
And they all can score at any.
Best quarterback I've ever seen. Best wide receivers I've ever seen, and they don't have a dominant running back. I mean, Harris has rushed for 1,000 yards 2 straight years, and will probably get 1,000 this year. But Najee Harris is a 5-star, third string, and then Josh Jacobs, he caught a touchdown pass on a great catch out of the back.
That was a great catch he made. That was a great catch, yeah.
I'll say this. I mean, it's the most talented offense altogether they've ever had.
Yeah. And, of course, their running backs.
I didn't see Namath play, and I didn't see Stable play.
I did.
The closest quarterback I saw that, could throw the ball and had good receivers was, McCarron. Barker was pretty good his senior year throwing the ball, but nobody's been like Tua. I mean, Tua is the most special quarterback I've ever seen at Alabama.
He is amazing, and he's extremely confident. If you know that.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. And he runs the ball a lot better than people think.
Oh yeah, and his brother's coming up, and he can really run it. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, we saw Tallulah. Tallulah, of course, Thompson of Alabaster beats Hoover, and will play for the state championship against Jamie DeBose in Central Phoenix City. So. It's a big. That was a big weekend for the Tumble below us, as Tua won and Tallulah won.
They don't mention 7A with all these other schools, but 7A will play for the championship this weekend.
7A only has to play. They play one game less than the rest of the teams because there's just fewer 7A.
All right, this game will be played at Auburn. Central High Phoenix City, coached by Jamie DeBose, 13-0 versus Thompson of Alabaster, 11-1, with Tua's brother at quarterback on December the 5th. What day would that be?
December the 5th. I mean, let's see. Saturday will be the 2nd. Is that right?
No, Saturday will be the 1st, won't it?
I'm not sure. I think
this Saturday will be the 1st.
I think they'll play on a Wednesday. I'll have to look and see.
Yeah. But that'd be a nice little drive over to Whiteside. I believe I'll go Whiteside at Auburn. It'd be during the week. I believe the game would actually be during the week. Hello. Want to mention also some other teams that made it to the semifinals. You've got Clay Chalkville, and of course our guy from Troy is the defensive coordinator at Clay Chalkville. And then we've got Viger playing at Greenville. Greenville has made it all the way to the semifinals, and they'll play at Greenville. That'd be a good one to watch. And then Central of Clay will play Mortimer Jordan at Mortimer Jordan of Birmingham. Andalusia. We talked here that this is what happened to Andalusia. They're 9-4 on the year, but they started playing good at the right time, and they play at UMS Wright in Mobile. Andalusia 9-4, UMS Wright 12-0, the number 1 team in 4A. Go at it. And Aniana 10-3 at Deschler, Tuscumbia. They'll be played at Deschler up in Florence. Now, Kenny Keith from Providence Christian, former Charles Henderson player and coach. Providence is 12-1, plays at Flomaton, 10-3. So Providence had made it to the semifinals for the first time. Randolph County 12-1 plays at Piedmont. Both of those are good programs. So we'll be watching that. And Luverne, the talk in the town is Luverne at Highland Home. There's never been a game so big at Highland Home. And that number, Luverne 12-1 at Highland Home 12-1. Go at it next Friday night. And then Aliceville in North Alabama plays at Fife, who is 13-0. But our attention is on this Luverne Highland Home game this Friday night at Highland Home, Alabama. Okay, Class 1A, Maplesville. Boy, what a game this will be. Maplesville 12-1 at Linden 12-0. Then you got Pickens County 9-4 at Mars Hill Bible 12-1. So, and then as we mentioned just a while ago, Central of Phoenix City, who beat Lee of Montgomery 34-27, will advance to the finals of the state championship this weekend. Are actually on. They've actually come up with a day to be the 5th, and we'll be watching that closely. They'll be playing Thompson of Alabaster for the 7A championship. So some of the games this past weekend, Clay Chalko beat Oxford 45-9. That was a good Oxford team too. Pinson Valley 48, Homewood 7. Of course, Pinson Valley coached by former Auburn quarterback. Saraland 24-19 over Opelika, and Wetumpka 21 over Spanish Fort 17. So that was a huge win for Wetumpka, and their game will be played at Wetumpka on next Friday night. So that ought to be a good one. Central of Clay, that's Jim Jackson's old high school. 35-13 over Etowah. Greenville 27-13 over Ramsey. That was a huge win for Greenville over a powerful Ramsey team. And so those games will be played Friday night. And then Andalusia walloped Hillcrest of Evergreen 28-21. And now they'll play in the semifinals against UMS Wright, who beat American Christian 21-19. And Pike County, bless their hearts, went all the way to the semifinals, and Flomaton beat them 12-10 in a slugfest. Flomaton beat Pike County 12-10, but congratulations to Coach, to the whole Brundage coaching staff and team for playing so brilliantly down the stretch and advanced all the way to the third round, losing in the third round to Flomaton. And Flomaton is now advanced to play Providence Christian, coached by Kenny Keith, the former Charles Simpson guy. How about this in basketball? Coming up on Friday, November the 30th, you've got Eufaula at Charles Henderson. We'll be watching that game real close, both boys and girls. We'll bring you more about that later on. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back. Scotty, what's going on?
At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we support our military. That's right, not a $1,000 sign-on bonus, but $1,200 sign-on bonus at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Thanks for your service. Thanks for your service. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we support our military.
Have you seen an increase in your insurance premiums or significant change in your insurance coverage? Let Sandbeck Insurance offer you a better plan to suit your business or personal needs. Sandbeck Insurance offers many lines of insurance, whether it's home, farm, or auto insurance, work comp, business, or health and life policies. Sandbeck is here for you. Call or visit our Troy, Enterprise, or Andalusia office today. Sandbeck Insurance, where we take pride in taking care of your insurance needs.
History happens here. The 5th annual Raycom Media Camellia Bowl is back. Get your game day tickets now with ticket packages starting at just $20. Get the ultimate tailgate experience, then enjoy the luxury of a Guardian ESPN zone. Or see the game unfold from the sidelines at the Wind Creek Hospitality Field Suite. Get your tickets now at CameliaBowl.com. The Raycom Media Camellia Bowl kickoff is at 4:30 p.m. December 15th at Crampton Bowl in Montgomery. History happens here.
At Cost Plus 10%, we offer your favorite brands at the best price. At Piggly Wiggly, we keep it simple. We price our products at cost, then add 10% at checkout. We carry all your favorite name brand foods, and we accept manufacturer coupons. Find us on Facebook and see our weekly special.
Back to our show, brought to you by our good friends at Dixieland Dental, located 9 miles north of Dothan on Highway 231. Dr. Michael Precise, Dr. John Strength, Dr. Damon Strength, and Dr. Robert Precise make up with one of the largest dental clinics in Alabama. I want to mention here something that I read this morning about a young man that I watched grow up, Casey O'Toole, playing for the United States in Hong Kong golf club tournament, and he finished back in the pack a little bit, but he did play very well. Casey O'Toole lives in Aniana, Alabama. It's Danny O'Toole, who used to play quarterback at Troy University. This is his son. He shot 69, 68, 72, and 66. Of course, his granddad, Ed O'Toole, was a dear friend of mine and loved golf like very few people, and would have been proud of watching his grandson play in Hong Kong. The winner was Ray Aaron from England, won the event, followed by Fitzpatrick Matthews of England. The first American to finish was Michael Lauren Shin of the United States, finished on back about 5 strokes back. But most of the winners were from the European segment of the state of this country, and of course there was golfers in there from France and Australia and Scotland and India and Finland and all over the world played in this golf tournament. I want to mention also some other things going on. Of course, Alabama and Auburn. Auburn putting a little scare into Alabama, especially after their running back went 75 yards for a touchdown, and they called it back because of holding. That was a big play that could have ignited Auburn into playing even stronger. But, of course, Auburn did play competitive football in the first half. Alabama led by 17-14, but in the second half, it was bombs away, and that's what it was. Tua, the great quarterback, who is of Hawaiian descent, threw 5 touchdown passes and ran for another in leading the Crimson Tide to victory. Of course, we're talking about the playoffs, and we've got one, let's see, we've got Andalusia from our area, Greenville, Luverne, Highland Home. Those are 4 teams we know. Providence Christian is from our area, still in it. Highland Home is still in it. So we still got some outstanding football left in the high school ranks as we head down toward Auburn, where they'll play the championship, the high school championships. Alabama and Auburn swap out each year in hosting the finals of the state championships, and that's what they'll do this year. It'll be played at Auburn. The Browns beat the Bengals yesterday, 35-20. The Eagles beat the Giants 25-22. The Patriots beat the Jets 27-13. Tom Brady threw 2 touchdown passes and became the NFL's career leader in total yards passing in regular season. So that is quite something. Of course, he broke the record of Brett Favre's and Peyton Manning's record. The Ravens beat the Raiders 34-17. The Bills beat the Jaguars 24-21. The Buccaneers beat the 49ers 27-9. The Broncos beat the Steelers 24-17. The Colts beat the Dolphins 27-24. Andrew Luck threw 3 touchdown passes in that one. And Adam Vinatieri kicked the field goal that won the game as time expired. The Chargers, and boy, they're good this year. And former Athens high school star Philip Rivers, former Athens high school star. All he did was tie an NFL record for consecutive completions. Philip Rivers completed the first 22 passes he threw, which tied a record that had been held there for years and years. So congratulations to Philip Rivers, and his team continues to play real well. They won 45-10 over the Cardinals. The Seahawks beat the Panthers. Russell Wilson threw a touchdown pass late to win that game. And then last night, if you did not stay up and watch it, the Green Bay Packers lost to the Minnesota Vikings by 7. So that's how that ended up last night in pro football. Of course, Denver beat Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was on a roll. Denver beat them 24-17, and then Indianapolis beat Miami 27-24. So that is how they did in pro football this weekend. Of course, next weekend, this time next week, we'll be talking about bowl games and where everybody's going this year in the bowls. What will happen to Troy? And that is one of the questions that I'm sure a lot of people are asking around right now. A good article in today's Dothan Eagle about Troy and what they must do. Last week, Neil Brown said whatever happens at Appalachian State wouldn't define the season that Troy had. And, of course, Troy finishes the season with a 9-3 record after losing at Appalachian State 21-10. Troy spotted Appalachian State 21 points in the first half and then shut them out the rest of the way. But it was too late. Too many points in Troy's offense down the stretch this season. It scored 12 the week before against Texas State and then turned around and scored just 10 against Appalachian State. Of course, Troy had several players that were injured down the stretch that could have played a vital part in the final stretch. Of course, one of them was the quarterback for Troy, who tore his knee up, and hopefully he'll be back and in good form this time next year. But looking at the bowls and where they'll go, after all, the winner will not only be crowned the Sun Belt champion next week when Louisiana plays Appalachian State, but it also will represent the league in the New Orleans Bowl. So now they have earmarked now they have finally are convinced and will make the championship or the championship team of the Sun Belt will go to the New Orleans Bowl every year. So they've made that a fact now. But will also represent the New Orleans Bowl, which is where Troy would prefer to be heading. But now, where does Troy go? And of course, there's several opportunities out there. One of them's Mobile. Mobile Bowl is being played at the on the 22nd of December, and that'll be just 3 days before Christmas. But that's always a good bowl, and that's played at Ladd Stadium in Mobile. And they bring Mardi Gras into the bowl, so it's always very festive. Their parade before the game on the night before is just simply outstanding, and Troy people have had a lot of fun going to that game over the last few years. But another place that has a Sun Belt tie-in, and that is the Cure Bowl. The Cure Bowl is takes place in Orlando, and that would be a pretty nice place for Troy folks to go, to Orlando. In fact, I would think if there was a raise of hands, everybody will say if they can't go to New Orleans, they'd like to go to Orlando to play in the Cure Bowl. Another bowl that has Sun Belt tie-ins is the Arizona Bowl, and it's located out in Phoenix, Arizona. And I'm not sure if they would want a Troy team to go that far. See, these bowls are trying to make money, and they want to make sure that they have a team that's going to bring a crowd that's going to spend money. And so I would think one of the teams from the West would stand a better chance of doing that. then Troy would go into the bowl game called the Phoenix Bowl. I think that's what they call it, and I doubt there'll be that much interest in folks going that far out for the football game. But it's going to be fun, and we won't know for sure until next Sunday, what they're going to actually do and who's going where. And it's going to be, of course, this week we've got all these championship games, from each conference. Most everybody has a championship game. Of course, Alabama will be playing in Atlanta against Georgia, just a complete remake of last year's game. Should be a great game there. And, of course, we'll be giving you a list of some of those games coming up this weekend. And then after all of that is decided, then we'll take a look at the where everybody will be going on a special show Sunday night. So they're going to keep us in suspense all the way till that time. Of course, also the Final Four will be picked, and of course, right now the Final Four has Alabama, Clemson, Notre Dame, and Georgia or Oklahoma. And of course, a lot of people like Ohio State too, after they just ran roughshod over Michigan this week. But right now, the top four teams are Alabama, Clemson, Notre Dame, and I'm thinking Georgia is still carrying the number 4, but that will change if Georgia gets beat this weekend. So looks like to me it'll be between Oklahoma and Ohio State. And a lot of people think that Texas will beat Oklahoma. So I think it's going to be a very good chance that Ohio State will be the team to beat. Ohio State does have one game left in regular, and that will be in the conference showdown game between Northwestern. So, man, that's not much of a game, but that's the only chance that I think that we're going to see Ohio State knocked out of playing in the Final Four. So I'm thinking it's going to be, and I feel pretty good about this, Alabama, Clemson, even though I think Clemson can be had. Right now, I think Alabama is by far the top team. Notre Dame looks like they're in. They look like they're going undefeated. They'll be in. They'll be the third-ranked team. And then go ahead and put Ohio State in there. I think that's what's going to happen. And those will be the 4. I'm thinking they would probably play. Alabama will play the 1s, will play the 4s. So Alabama will play Ohio State first. This is just me thinking. And then Clemson would play Notre Dame. They'll be the second, third team. So I think that's where it'll be. Alabama against Ohio State in the first round, and then Notre Dame and Ohio State in the other. And those would be your two playoff games for the national championship. And we'll be watching that closely. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
At Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we support our military. That's right, not a $1,000 sign-on bonus, but $1,200 sign-on bonus at Wiley Sanders Truck Line. Thanks for your service. Thanks for your service. Wiley Sanders Truck Line, we support our military.
History happens here. The 5th annual Raycom Media Camellia Bowl is back. Get your game day tickets now with ticket packages starting at just $20. Get the ultimate tailgate experience, then enjoy the luxury of a Guardian ESPN zone. Or see the game unfold from the sidelines at the Wind Creek Hospitality Field Suite. Get your tickets now at CameliaBowl.com. The Raycom Media Camellia Bowl kickoff is at 4:30 p.m. December 15th at Crampton Bowl in Montgomery. History happens here.
When you are handed the key to a new Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick or GMC, rev up your imagination. Think of all the places you can go in some of the most stylish, best quality cars available on the market today. Feel confident driving vehicles with superb dependability and safety ratings. And smile. You saved a ton of money because you bought at Bill Jackson. Let the only thing holding you back be the end of the road. A Bill Jackson Chevrolet Buick GMC vehicle will not only change your life, it saves you money like nowhere else.
A personal touch, a high level of trust. Whether it's checking and savings accounts, personal or business loans, or our local friendly service. That's what Troy Bank and Trust customers expect. But now we offer more. Free identity theft protection for our new and existing customers, protecting your family's time, money, and good name from identity theft. Because protecting your identity is now a big part of our identity.
Back to our show, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by Health Actions Physical Therapy, and we appreciate them very much. Also, I want to mention, ladies and gentlemen, our good friends at Troy Bank and Trust Company, the only bank you'll ever need, and we appreciate them. And also, ladies and gentlemen, a great place to eat today would be Sister's Restaurant, and of course, coming off a big Thanksgiving meal, you can sit back and enjoy those fresh vegetables at Sisters today. I want to mention also our good friends at Bird Drugs on the Square in downtown Troy, and we appreciate them very much being part of our show. I don't know if we're stuck up there or not. I think we might be. I want to mention the Southern overtime game. Texas A&M finally beat LSU, and I watched every bit of it. 74 to 72. LSU loses to Texas A&M in one of the great games of all time. It was really an unreal thing, and of course, boy, there were heroes made in this game. One of them was the great quarterback Kellen Mond, the quarterback at Texas A&M, but I tell you, there were some receivers, and I mean some of the best receivers I think I've seen in a long time at Texas A&M. Courtney Davis was one of the great wide receivers, but the guy that was so great, I thought, was, and everybody just raved over him, was the big tall receiver that made all the great catches, and that was really, really something. And of course, this Burrow kid, the quarterback at LSU, might have found his way, because he ran the ball several times for touchdowns, and he threw the ball well. So LSU might have finally found a quarterback that they can win with. Mond threw 6 touchdown passes in overtime, and that is just really unreal. And of course, you know, the sad part of all of this is LSU thought they had won the game, and they had already drenched their coach, Ed Orgeron, with Gatorade, and celebrating the victory over there. And then they throw the flag, wanting to get another look at it, and they came back and said that the quarterback that threw the pass knee was down, so it gave A&M another play with 1 second left, and they threw and made it, put it in overtime, and it came 7 overtimes after that, with A&M coming away a winner. And of course, man, some of the plays in that game will be forever remembered. Of course, something that you run into this time of year with the closing of the year, North Carolina's coach Fedora is gone. Neil Brown has already been listed as one of the 2 candidates that they're looking at. Also, out west at Texas Tech, their coach has been fired, and also on the list, there are 2 guys on the list, and one of them is Neil Brown of Troy. So already Coach Brown, who coached at Texas Tech, is one of the guys they're looking at to replace the coach that they just fired. But you know, a lot of water over the bridge here. But hopefully Troy will get a good bowl game, and I would think the best route to go would be the Montgomery. They always have a great show up there, which would be easy for our fans to get to, and I think it would be a great bowl game. Or Mobile, I would think that we will probably play a team from the MAC conference if we play in either one of those two games there. But that would be my best guess, would be going to Mobile or going to play in Montgomery. So we'll just have to keep our fingers crossed. And of course, in that game, Troy played brilliantly in the second half on defense. They shut down Appalachian State, but their offense could not get rolling. And Troy finished 9-3 overall, 7-1 in the Sun Belt. And one of the craziest things, we mentioned it earlier, and we'll go off the air with this one, is UAB will be playing Middle Tennessee State for the second consecutive weekend. Middle Tennessee beat them in regular season. Now they're going to play them in the conference championship game and at Middle Tennessee. So that's where it's going to work. Hope you have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.